It's May here in Wisconsin. Now we've had some very warm weather lately. Today is not so much. It's about 60 and cloudy. But nevertheless, we wanted to grill. This one's going to be a bit of a refresher course for those of you that have been around for a while. Maybe if you're new here, we're going to give you some tips on things. Something real simple. Come on over here to Frankencart. We'll show you what we got. Okay. We have brats, and we have two different kinds. So these are done with a local beer, Spotted Cow, I believe it is, made at the New Glarus Brewery. We got some brats that have that, and these, can't remember what these are. Maybe they're garlic or maybe a mild sausage. Not sure which. Doesn't really matter. All right, well, let's get started. We have our Weber Performance Grill out here. Most of you probably have a Weber grill or something similar to it. Relatively easy to cook on. We got our potatoes going already because we wanted to have those take longer. So we'll move those over for a little bit. We're going to put these real close to the fire. Because what we want to do is we want to get a little bit of a char on the outside, not burnt, but a little bit of color. Get them cooked, and then we're going to pull them out. And we'll show you what we do next with them in a little bit. And we'll discuss that in just a moment once I get them on the fire here. Now, there's just 8 of them. That's 2 for each of us. That should be plenty. Plus we're having other goodies too, like the taters. So, I always find there's a big debate about whether or not you should cook your brats and then put them in the beer, or boil them in the beer first and then cook them. I've been cooking brats for a very, very long time. And I will argue until my last breath comes out that you cook them in afterwards. If you're not sure, try both ways, see which one you like better. I've had people tell me my brats are some of the best brats they've ever had. And being as we're from Wisconsin and we're fat and we eat brats all the time, I got a pretty good idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll come back in a few minutes to show you what they look like when we flip them and all that stuff. So stick around. Before we go though, I want to say a big shout out to the sponsors of our channel, Cooley Cards and Gaming. Best deals around, 7 locations throughout the U.S., Upper Midwest and Miami, Florida. And of course, Gamer Sanctum, our favorite place to play right here in Sparta, Wisconsin, nearby for us. Tim and the gang have all your gaming needs. You can check them out all out on the social medias. Let them know the barbecue man sent you. They'll treat you right. All right, so we'll be back in a minute and show you what it looks like. All right, well here we are. We've got a few minutes on these guys. And as you can see, they're getting some pretty nice color out. Now we're going to rotate them as we go because the fire is a little hotter in the middle than it is towards the edges, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But one of the things you'll notice if you cook brats, if you ever cooked brats before, you might want to come in and take a closer look at this. You'll see that the natural casings will actually split because of the heat. And you generate heat on the inside, and they'll start to split. So my theory always has been, look, if you're going to put them in beer ahead of time, and then put them on the grill, and they split open and the juices run out and flare up, you guys have seen that before. Well, what happens to your brat? It dries out. As you can see, a nice split in that one right there. That brat's going to dry out if you don't do anything else to give it some love. So what we always have thought, at least I have in my 30 some odd years of doing this, for what it's worth, if I put them in the beer, that's going to soften up that casing just a little bit. It'll still snap when you eat them if you don't overcook them, but it'll also keep the moisture going, whereas if you just let the juice run out and then throw them on a bun, you're going to have a dry brat. And that's no fun. Nobody likes dry brats. Dry meat is the worst thing you can have in the world. But what we're looking at here now, you can see that one's getting pretty close. We'll give that one a couple more minutes. They're coming along very nicely. You can see the colors coming in. This is about what we're looking for. Maybe a touch overdone. The good news is also, when you boil them in the beer, get them a little dark like that, not the end of the world. That'll help soften that up a little bit too, so it won't be like trying to chew through leather when you get to that point. Time to eat. So, we're going to get these done up real quick. We're going to get the beer on here in a few minutes, and we'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Here we go. All right, as you can see, our brats have got some great color because we put them directly over the heat. Looking good. I like them a little dark like this because, like I said, when you boil them in the beer afterwards, they're going to lose a little bit of that crunchiness, a little bit of that scorching, if you want to call it that. It's not burnt necessarily, but some people might say, oh my God, it looks burnt. Nah, it ain't so bad. So what we've got here is we got 32 ounces of beer in this nice pan over here. Now you use your favorite beers. Throughout the years I've found different beers give different flavors. I've found some of the cheaper beers can actually give you a really nice flavor. So that, you know, if you want to buy those $1.29 40 ounce silos, whatever, that's great. If you don't, that's great too. But see, the good news is, if you get a couple of them like this, you got some leftovers. So for those of you that are over the age of 21, or 21 or older, you can have leftovers. They're great. I don't encourage you to do this if you're driving or if you're under the age of 21. Please don't do this. Otherwise, go ahead and enjoy one or two like I do. Good.
Go.
So what we're going to do is we've got our potatoes still cooking in there. That we're going to rotate those around a little bit. We're also going to rotate the pan of brats. They're probably going to take 15 to 20 minutes to boil in the beer. Make sure that they're cooked thoroughly, because the last thing you want to do is serve undercooked pork. It'll also make sure that flavor is in there from the beer, and it'll make sure the moisture is in there, because that's the most important part. We'll show you what those look like when they're done, and we'll do a little taste testing and see what we think. Here we go. This just a minute. The brats are about done, but we're going to show you the side dish just so you get an idea of what we're doing. I pulled these off 5 minutes ago or so. You can see they're the multicolored taters. They're hotter than blazes, but cook them in butter, garlic, and our favorite local seasoning, the seasoning, made right here in our hometown. Fantastic. Can't wait to have those. All right, let's get over to the main event, shall we? So they've been going probably a good 15 minutes, and there you can see the beer's boiling nicely. But even these ones that have the char, and I think my camera person that's taken over, Danielle, is home.
Hi.
Will tell you that this char means absolutely nothing as far as the flavor and the quality.
It means it's better.
Yeah, kind of. So I'm going to pull these out real quick. You can see what they look like. And then we'll get a knife out here so we can taste test, because it's all about sampling. You got to taste test, right?
Sample? Would you like a free sample?
Would you like a sample? God, that brings back bad memories, don't it?
I know.
Anyway, and you can see, now like you see there, that one's got that nice big split in it.
That'd be going to cut.
Well, that also means that when we boil them in the beer, that helps to keep that moisture up. We don't end up with dry brats. I gotta go grab a knife because Miss Kathy put the knife away.
Kniff.
Might as well grab a fork too, because you know.
Giving them the good shot here.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have any forks. We're gonna have to finger it, I guess.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. All right, let's take one out. I don't remember which ones are which, but that's
Yes.
all right. But we'll grab one of these ones. You can see it's got that char on it a little bit. But rest assured, you cut into that and you can see that's completely cooked.
Yummy.
One of Danielle's favorites that I make is brats. So we'll cut a few pieces off to do the taste testing. See if my dad did right once again.
Hot.
It was really hot. Yeah, it was in boiling beer, huh? Yeah, see? Danielle loves the brats that I make. Got that snap on the outside. Some natural casing that we got that crispiness over the open flame. Those are good. Best brats you can get, I'll tell you right now. And I don't care what anybody tells you. You can boil them ahead of time, that's great. But if you don't boil them afterwards, you're going to end up with dry brats. We don't make dry brats.
You don't want your meat being wet dry.
No having meat dry. Move your meat proper. Will you stop that? God, you make me sound like Trust Your Pilot. Anyway, we've got brats to eat. We got taters to eat. We got mushroom salad inside and a few other things to go along with it. I want to take this time to say thank you guys for being here, checking out the food video. Now, remember, the weather is just starting to turn warm up here, so we're really hoping, if I can hold out, that we can be making more food videos. In fact, we'll be having one coming up in a few days that I think you're really going to enjoy. So please make sure you like and share and subscribe. And ring that bell so you know when we come out with another video. Obviously, Wednesdays and Thursday nights for our live streams, 6 p.m. Central, are great. We like to bring you guys more content than that. And hopefully, once again, if my health holds out, we're going to be able to make even more and more and more content for you guys this summer. Summer's just getting started. The unofficial start is May 31st, which is for whatever day Memorial Day is, I forget. But that's coming up real soon. We're looking forward to doing
Doesn't
more.
feel like summer today.
No, it's
Nor
cool.
look like it.
60 and cool today.
Best time of the year.
That's right. Till next time, gang, we made brats and potatoes, and I know if you guys use this recipe, you can do it too. Give it a try. Make those brats that you make every summer for 4th of July taste even better than before. We'll see you next time.